hello everybody and welcome to a new video once again. So in today's video I thought that I would be discussing an experiment that I did in Psychology 2B, and I'm also gonna eat a snack. Okay, so it's maybe like a mukbang, but mostly talking because I don't know, I have some fruits. Okay, never mind that, I'm eating that later, it feels weird. I did this with my friend. Okay, it took a little time, but I found the presentation. Did it? Okay, so I'm very practically going to have presentation now, but okay, so experiment about the male attraction, we could say. So the point of the experiment is to examine whether the male perception through attraction about females' clothing, if they think that, you know, the clothes are cute or sexy, and if it's affected by your class, like if you're maybe higher in class or like middle class or lower class. So through that, and then the definition of the terms. So we used us of the biological perspective in our analysis, and so, you know, it's more about, you know, the biological. It can be partly your, you know, the environment, but also your inheritance from, you know, your parents, you know, what you inherit, like within, you know, the genes and all of that, because, you know, you are 50-50, you know, your parents, and you know how it goes in the brain and all of that, how we have chemical process that then leads to us thinking this. And this is, we did direct this more towards the term of attraction. In the term of attraction we use the biological perspective, but generally speaking I would say that the behavioristic perspective, as well as the social, psychological, and then as well as psychoanalytic, those three have like suits best to this experiment, generally speaking, because I think that looking, okay, this is how males look at these clothes, and this is, do they think that they can see a sustainable future with this girl if she's wearing cuter clothes, which means lighter colors such as pink, white, beige and all that, or is it, could I see a future with the girl that wears sexier clothes, which means clothes with colors more like black, red, you know, more darker colors, while here is more lighter colors. And okay, we're later going to go through how we found this and all that. And then definition of attraction through Cambridge Dictionary is that it's the feeling of liking something or someone, especially sexually, due to how they look or act. Perception, we have that from a book that is in Swedish, but practically explaining perception, and that is like, you know, it has this resemblance to survival, and it's perception is kind of like how we look and take in different stimuli. I hope I'm pronouncing it right now. It's probably stimuli, like when you like see something and you get an impression, like, oh, you see something, like that's, you know, what happens. And then we have selective perception, which is when we, maybe if you see someone walk past you in like a bright neon jacket. Okay, so unless you live in a capital, it's kind of rare to see someone like daring to go out of the peer pressure from like society, how people dress in our society, because I feel like almost just where I live, walking around in heels is like a little bit weird almost, because most people walk around in sneakers and sweatpants and all that here. From like where I walk around reminds me someone. I just feel like not many people in like smaller cities here in Sweden at least wear heels from what I've seen. And you know, it's like generally speaking, of course. So our questionings that we had is like if males can see a more sustainable future depending on if the female is put up like if she's dressing cute or dressing more sexy. And then the next one is if biological factors such as the class and you know, kind of like their economics and all that, you know, how someone lives, if that affects the male's choice. And our hypothesis is, or was, that most guys would see a sustainable future with a girl dressing in more pure colors. And, you know, that they'll only see something like short term with a girl that dresses more like in sexier colors. And we also do, so we already assumed this, but then to make it more clear for our teacher as well, we also found a study from Oxford that claims, and kind of like, not claims, but it's kind of like says that it defines what is colors that we call cute, which are those colors, and same with the colors for what do we define as sexier colors. So that can help with our hypothesis. So that kind of helps with our hypothesis. I'm sorry, I don't know why, but I'm kind of having a hard time saying hypothesis. It's just a strange word for me to say. Hypothesis. It just sounds so, I don't know, weird. It's kind of like, and I feel like, you know, to say fairy grandmother and Cinderella when it's a hypothesis. I don't know why, but I kind of feel like that way. Okay, so our method was kind of like that we are, sounds weird, our guinea pigs are males born within the years 2000 and 2007. And you know, we first thought, okay, we'll send this out to people we know, and I was just like, Okay, and then we have like, as well, that we only allowed, so only people in males within these like year group was allowed to answer the survey, as well as they had to be either heterosexual or bisexual, not homosexual, because they can't really answer the questions, because you know, they have to be attracted to females to be able to answer the questions, because a homosexual male doesn't really see a sustainable future with a woman in the terms of like relationship and all of that, because you know, they aren't attracted to females, so that's just no simple. And to find, you know, the pictures to the clothes, so I was one finding them, so you know, I know what I did, and I went into like a private mode on my phone, did not get affected by the algorithms, because the algorithms do affect, so I went into private mode to try to stay out of the algorithms and then not having them affect me. And then I searched hot outfit only clothes, because you do not want the body to be in the picture, because otherwise most males probably would, you know, pick the one that has the best body and not look at the clothes at all. And so I put that into my search, so hot outfit on the clothes, and then, you know, cute outfit on the clothes, and then, you know, I just picked the first ones I saw. Okay, so now we have numbers. Most were actually girls, so they couldn't even answer. So it's like, you know, but from the people that answered that were males and could answer the survey, 62.2% said that they prefer girls that versus cute and could see a sustainable future. And then, you know, it's well, many factors that could affect that, and also most of the people that answered were actually middle class, so, or like working class, maybe it's called, like working class, which means that we couldn't really fully answer a second questioning about if the class, you know, which economy they have affects. But then, you know, I did take out the numbers for like what they would have answered and all that. So, but since it was such a little percentage, I couldn't include it, which is why I'm not going to bring it up, because I haven't written down anywhere, and we haven't written down how many it was that was not middle class, so that's why I can't really answer. And then, you know, what we could improve with the experiments, because even if you've done a brilliant job, you can always improve something, or have like, okay, I could have focused maybe on this as well, more on this. And I think I said that, you know, maybe we could focus on older age group, because most people my age aren't really looking for anything, you know, long term, which I find kind of sad. You know, most people just want to have a good time and all that. So that is kind of like something that maybe we should have asked people that are maybe 20 to 40 years old. But I mean, okay, we had some that were 20, but then we also only sent it out to everyone on the schools of the school I go on, because they have different schools in the whole of Sweden, so we sent out to every school. So like people that were over 20 probably didn't really answer the survey, because in Sweden you kind of quit the high school thing, I think it is, like high school part, when you are 18 turning 19. So most people, the oldest people that generally answered the survey was between 18 and 19. This is actually something that we didn't really think about when we put that age thing, and we didn't really think about that. But the thing is, we did that, the whole experiment, quite fast, but somehow it worked out, and I think I got an A on it. Yeah, I said I was going to put an A, I think, on it, so yeah, that was that. And you know, so it's, again, here it's just, you know, sources, but I've already said those. So, you know, that's just shortly an experiment that I did. And if someone wants to do this, you know, you can do it, see if you get the same results, because, you know, that's saying if what I did was good or not. So that just tells me if I did the experiment in a good way or not. Because, you know, if someone else can repeat the experiment and get the same results or around the same results, that means, you know, that was a good experiment, well done, you know. But if you do it and you get completely different results, that, you know, said something that, you know, maybe it wasn't that well planned or something like that. It's had, you know, a hole in it. So yeah, that was the experiment I did and results I got. So yeah, so thank you so much for watching this video. Goodbye.